Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Castle here at CCBC Essex. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth, once again bringing you all the action live on YouTube, your home for all of the Knights' home games all season long. And those home games here on the soccer field are coming to a close sooner than later. The end of the regular season just around the corner. So we find ourselves in a very interesting matchup here. Not only is it the battle of CCBCs, the Cardinals of Catonsville going up against your Knights of CCBC Essex, we also find this as a matchup with two teams looking to right the ship, so to speak. The Cardinals looking to turn around their season, and maybe this is the final chance for them to turn around their season as they have a 4-6-1 record coming into this matchup against the Knights. But as of late, they find themselves playing a little bit better. 3 wins over their last 5 matchups. The Knights on the other end, 9-3-1 on the season, but it has been a up and down stretch, 3 wins and then a loss, a tie against their rival Hartford Community College, and then a big win at Carroll on the 3rd of October. But Coach Fiedler definitely wants to see his team turn things around and finish this regular season on a winning streak and also playing their best soccer. Certainly a chance to show Coach that they've got that in their back pocket. Here, the battle against the Cardinals under the bright lights. About as good of a sighting as you're going to get. 30 seconds into the contest, Knights quickly got that ball deep into their offensive zone. No looks at the goal yet, though. Fans still piling in here into the Castle. It was a big day around campus. Whole mess of food trucks in the parking lot bringing students from all over back to school after the day of studies. And, of course, now coming back to school once again for this big matchup between the Cardinals and the Knights. Cardinals come into this one. Told you the record already. I'll tell it to you one more time. 4-6-1 on the season. 3-4-1 in the conference. 1.7 is their goals per game average. Goals against average, 3 exactly. Of course, the numbers on the other side for the Knights, you know them. Much, much different. 9-3-1 is their overall record. 5 goals per game is their average coming into this one, and 1.1 goals against is their average. Coach Fiedler's team maybe not feeling as good as they want to about the way they're playing, but the numbers certainly show that they are still a team to be messed with, or maybe not to be messed with. And all the hopes and goals for Coach Fiedler's squad still very much alive. Ticket to the conference tournament just around the corner, and then if they can handle their business there, it'll be a return trip to the national tournament as we see a whistle. A little bit too much of the rough stuff in front of us. Angel Hernandez, the one who got a leg caught in the cookie jar, so to speak. 3 minutes into this first half, the ball has stayed on this side of the field, the offense in control, but no looks at the goal just yet. Easy steal right there at the midfield from Hernandez. Defense to offense with some urgency. Chip shot, but the goalie with a good move. If he mistouches that just at all, Funazami. Double zeros. Wearing the green goalie shirt for the Cardinals. Cardinals looking to switch fields for the first time here today. That was a beautiful pass into a goal-scoring area by the Knights. A tremendous play by the goalie, but the offense still getting closer and closer for the Knights. We'll have another chance to get a little closer here, or at least attempt to. Got to go the full length of the field this time, defense to offense. And a couple of nice passes. How many more are we going to see? Hidesi passes his way out of the triple team. And now the Knights, cooler heads prevail. Move it back to the line once again. How about a third time? Tremendous passing display. Quick 1-2. Back into the middle. Jose Hoya stepping up. 3 black jerseys on him, so he dishes it off to a teammate. And that final pass just a little bit too far out in front of its target. The skill certainly on display that time. Going from defense to offense with some urgency, slowing down when necessary, but still finding the driving lane. Getting a little bit closer, the Knights are. Rolls all the way back to the keeper, Colton Bagnall-Drought. Oh, what a pass! Plays it back with the heel. Little communication breakdown for a moment. Knights right back on the merry-go-round. Hernandez, the shot, and no one's there to finish. Tremendous rush into the offensive zone. First on the great pass, and then the second effort. Hernandez right there at the entrance into the box. Got the pass, put it right there onto the far post. He missed his target by just a half an inch. And the rebound attempt, they missed as well. Knights building more opportunities here. That one just a little bit outside. Hernandez once again, this time coming from the middle of the field. Starting on the near sideline, venturing in towards the middle and coming up almost with gold. So the Knights getting closer and closer. Still no shots on goal, but now these offensive chances starting to really materialize. Cardinals on their heels. And they'll stay on them for a little bit longer as that pass just a little bit too far out in front. And a turnover right there at the midfield line. Almost 10 minutes into the first half. Oh my gosh, what a display of speed. Alexis Maldonado had his angle caught out and the rug pulled out from underneath of him, but somehow kept those feet running. Turned the corner on the defender, almost made something out of nothing. Hernandez, the first one there. Hoya gets the second touch. Knights quickly on the rush. They had numbers that time, but lost the biscuit. Cardinals trying to go defense to offense with some urgency. They lost the biscuit. Whole lot of real estate in the middle. Knights taking advantage. One pass. One tackle. Great defensive stand there from the Cardinals. Looked like the Knights had a surefire lane towards the goal-scoring area. They'll have to do it again. Cardinals will get a chance to reset. So will the Knights offensively, though. Switching fields. Passing display continues to be solid here from the Knights. And very quick with the passes. One touches, most of these passes are. Really pinballing it around. stretching the defense out. Cardinals not caught sleeping so far here. And a quick shot, rebound attempt is the game's first goal, and that is a frustrating one for the Cardinals. For sure, beautiful save, second effort, goal number 1 for the Knights. 9 minutes into the contest, the Knights were getting closer and closer and closer, and finally they kicked the door down for goal number 1. I believe that was Alexis Maldonado with the goal. We're going to find out here in a moment. Check the scorecard for sure. What we know for sure is the Knights' hot start has got them in the driver's seat early here in the battle of CCBCs. Cardinals have been on their heels looking for a way to finish, looking for a way to turn that around, and we get confirmation now, and it was Aiden Hidesi with the goal. Aiden Hidesi, that was his 10th goal on the season. Congratulations to him. Now double digits in goals scored on the season. Knights coming into this one, 66 goals scored. That one right there by Hidesi, number 67 on the year for the team. It's important for the Cardinals. Try and have a quick answer. At least figure out a way to put a good long rush into their offensive zone. Too many offensive possessions ending just like that, with the ball getting past the midfield line, but then quickly dying. Strong defensive performance from the midfielders and forwards here in the first 10 minutes, but that is usually the staple for Coach Fiedler's squad. Oh my, what a pass and a beautiful display of athleticism to get ahead on that ball, but he knows almost immediately that couldn't center that in towards the goal. What a pass, though, from the far sideline to a perfect goal-scoring area with the goalie out of position, a whole mess of net in front of him. What could have been opportunity there for the Knights? My dad growing up used to say the pass always prettier than the shot. On that play, oof, certainly. You were right, Pops. The skill still on display passing-wise from this Knights team. As we see another one really dropping out of the air. Giving the Knights a chance. Good defensive body control by the Cardinals' defensive line, shielding the Knights away from the ball. But of course, it's their show here tonight so far for the Knights. 15 minutes, almost 15 minutes in, and they are right back on the merry-go-round. Oh, back and forth with the steals right at the midfield. Knights staying strong. What a pass in towards the middle. Knights looking to regroup. Turn the corner around one, but not the second. And what a beautiful drop shot, so to speak. Chipping it over everyone's head and dropping right into a beautiful area. That ball had goal scoring written all over it. Cardinals looking to go defense to offense quickly. Knights have it play all the way back to the keeper. Cardinals looking to pressure. Figure out a way to keep it on this side. Field certainly tilted towards the Knights. Scoreboard tilted their way, trying to tilt it more here. And that through ball just out in front of Hidesi. Hernandez gets it back, though. Oh, splitting the defense with the pass. Yakin the shot. And the rebound. Excuse me. That was Maldonado with the shot. Real laser job from Maldonado just outside the box. Knights keeping the pressure on, keeping the foot on the gas. Centering pass in towards the middle. Hidesi tries to control it, and the slide tackle sends it out of the danger zone for now. Oh, man, the ball pressure smothering the fight on the midfield. Which way's it going? Two midfielders going back and forth for the possession. Goes over the line, last touch by the Cardinals. That was a beautiful fight right in front of us. 50-50 ball. Everyone's got a chance for it. Oh, nice little flick. Needed a little bit more power on it. And then the flick on the other side, keeping it away from Hernandez. Nice little trickery from the Cardinals. Freebie in the defensive zone. Cardinals pushing up. So they're expecting a big strike. Send it as far as they can in the offensive zone. Get a bouncing ball. Cardinals down here in this one. And certainly reeling. But still just one big play away. Knights hunting for a big play on the other side. And that head ball, not where he wanted to put it, but a beautiful play developing there from the Knights. You saw it. One pass, two pass. That second pass. Just a bit outside. Oh, that's a dangerous one. It's a race. Oh, he splits the defense, secures the biscuit. Drops it off for a teammate. What a deflection! Oh, my goodness. Up and out of their seats, everyone here at the Castle. What a play. Hernandez with a moment he will certainly be writing home to mom and dad about, splitting the defense with style, getting the steal, dropping it off to a teammate. But the Cardinals, the shot blockers, they were out and evident there. What a game here. 20 minutes in, almost 20 minutes in. And the battle of CCBCs living up to the hype. Cardinals got the defensive stop on one side, looking for the offense on the other. Oh, good poke move there. Sticking the leg out. Making him work a little bit more for it. Cardinals still with possession. And could not make the impossible happen there. Trying to heel flick it. Angelina Jolie wanted style around the line. And you see how it worked out. Knights going the other way. Hidesi was on his backside a moment. Quickly got up. Got the pass from his teammate. One pass, two pass. Pinballing it around. Up the far sideline. And the cross. Only the Cardinals could get to it. Knights right back on the merry-go-round. A fight for possession on the far sideline. Over the end line. And possession stays here with the Knights. Quick two-man game, pushing the offense a little bit further into the zone. Knights now switch fields. Oh, there's a lot of real estate there. Jose Hoyas taking advantage of it. Worm burner of a cross. Once again, only the Cardinals are able to get to it. Again, the Knights switching fields. Beautiful strike. Oh, possession one, and they call it for the dangerous play. My goodness, everyone was ready to get up out of their seats with that one. Old Shanghai Knights soccer. Almost 20 minutes into this first half, the Cardinals have gotten themselves down, but they have answered just a little bit of a stronger defensive performance from them after surrendering that first goal. Fewer opportunities to have that ball placed over their head by the Knights, but still not creating any offensive opportunities for themselves on the other end, excuse me. Turnover in the defensive zone by the Cardinals. Knights trying to go quickly. Around one. Dishes it off to Hidesi. He gets around one. Hernandez. Ball's just a little bit out in front of him. He does secure it. The Knights have to slow it down just a bit. And that's all the Cardinals needed. Oh. I didn't hear the whistle or see the whistle. Thought for sure he just had a little lapse in judgment. No, the fans and ahhing so loud. Missed the sound of the whistle. Change of possession. Cardinals looking for something. Maybe getting a friendly bounce there as it didn't play off the head, but all for none. That is how it has been offensively for the Cardinals, quickly getting the ball into their offensive zone and then quickly surrendering possession back to the Knights. Oh my goodness, what a carry! Getting around a few defenders. Could not get around that last one. Real estate is all about location, and the Knights found themselves in a tough location there. Far corner, no way to turn it. The Knights are starting to pile up these missed opportunities. 3 or 4 chances gone by their side since scoring the game's first goal. Still very much in control of the momentum and the feel of this game, but Cardinals hanging around here. Some warm-up action on the far sideline for 2 of Coach Fiedler's players on the sideline. And if you look at the bench units for these 2 teams, much larger bench unit for the Knights. Cardinals playing with what they got, trying to make the most. That time, that was the longest possession we've seen from them in their offensive zone with possession. The defense is able to keep it here. What are they able to do with it? The Knights realizing that one was coming close to a corner. They send it away, and it's a throw in for the Cardinals deep in their offensive zone. They've got a chance here, but the Knights also have a chance to set up defensively. Cardinals looking for the cross, and it'll be another throw in. Knights looking for the clear. Cardinals looking to keep it here. They get the possession on the turnover. Chip over into the far corner. And this is now a good minute of the ball being in their offensive zone, and it'll stay in the zone a little longer. The first corner of the day will be for the Cardinals, and it is a big spot as they are looking for an answering goal. Now officially 20 minutes left to play in the first half. Cardinals' offensive opportunities few and far between so far here today. And a huge opportunity in front of him. Good strike. Knights are there first. A beautiful corner kick. No Cardinals there. And it'll be a throw in for the Knights. Oh my, what could have been moment for the Cardinals. The first time we've said that today. Their one and only look at offense. It was mighty pretty, but no one there to send it home. Knights, perfect position. Marked up the men in the box. 2 men on the posts. Nobody available. Oh, man, what a throw-in. Crash course there at the midfield. Knights quickly into their offensive zone, quickly looking for an opportunity to pepper the goal. That was bouncing around towards the goal-scoring area. But now, quickly, it's bouncing the other way into the offensive zone for the Cardinals. Now under 20 minutes to play. This first half has a different feeling to it than I was expecting, particularly after the Knights got out to that early lead. Knights, one pass, gives it right back. Defense set up nicely here for the Cardinals and not allowing that pass to find its target. Oh, what a stab. An individual battle. Leon Blank comes out the winner. If that Cardinals player was able to secure possession there and turn the corner, he was maybe looking at a breakaway towards the goal. And Leon Blank said, nay, nay, not today. Stoppage in play with an injury from a Cardinals player. He's up. On his feet, going to stay in the game. One nothing is the score on the big board. 18-26. And it is now clear that he is not going to stay in the game. We will get that change for the Cardinals. 18-26 is all that separates these two teams from the halftime whistle. The Knights are out in front by the smallest of margins. A 1-0 game in the battle of CCBCs. Number 9 ranked Knights in a fight here against their brother, the Cardinals of Catonsville. Bouncing ball in towards the middle. Cardinals get one touch on it. Can they get a second? And there's the big clear, finally, out of the danger zone. But the Cardinals have established some momentum here. as that one was bouncing around in the offensive zone after a long stretch in this first half of no looks offensively. Cardinals at least getting a little closer. Went over the goals per game numbers between these two teams. 5 is the average for the Knights. 1.7 the average for the Cardinals. We knew it was going to be an uphill battle for the Cardinals coming into town, and they are certainly up to the challenge so far. Going to need to find some offense in their back pocket. And also going to need to find a way to continue to keep the offense of the Knights in front of them. Oh, nice pass through 2 defenders, and he got to load up the big gun, and he was just wide of the net. Tachi Nagomi with a beautiful chance right outside of the box with a good pass. Had some mustard on it, split 2 black jerseys, and found a teammate in a great goal-scoring area. And that quick little play like that, after the Cardinals had kind of established some momentum for themselves, that one little play, that one little glimpse of offense could switch that momentum right back on the Knights' side if the Cardinals aren't careful. Knights looking to pepper the goal now. One pass in towards the middle, and the Cardinals hoping they sweeped it off the line, and they were unable to. It will be a corner kick for the Knights. No, it won't. He was able to sweep it off the line. Great job of clearing that defensively from the goalie, at least saving himself from the corner. Knights keep it in the offensive zone with a nice tackle right there at the midfield. Knights looking to turn the corner. In towards the middle, but over everyone's head, and he's fast, but not fast enough to catch up to that one. Felipe Oliveira turning the corner, getting around the defender, and he put a good strike on that ball. Just a little too much mustard on that dog. Knights win possession right back. Cardinals trying to get back on their horse and get into position, and they do just in the nick of time. Knights stretching them out once again, though. Oliveira trying to turn, and they said that's a clean tackle. Well, so was that one. But the third, nay. And we had a couple of really good displays of defense. Then a little bit too much of the rough stuff, says the referee, and this is an opportunity for the Knights. About 10 yards outside of the box. A 4-man wall set up for the Cardinals right now. And a whole mess of players on the other side of the box hoping for a rebound opportunity. Hoya, the strike. And there will be no rebound as it never got to the goal. Somebody out there in a black jersey got a head on it and sent it out of the danger zone. But with under 15 minutes to play, Cardinals right back on their heels. Knights taking possession after the whistle. And keeping it deep in their offensive zone. This time with a throw-in. And And it'll be another freebie, this time from the other side of the field, a little bit closer towards the middle. So maybe we see the Knights go for goal on this one. Practically the same spot distance-wise, but a little bit more towards the middle of the field. That outside hash mark for all my football fans out there. 2 players set up over by the ball for the Knights. Looks like another 4-man wall, and the first one takes the kick off the post, and the head does not go in. It splits the uprights, or maybe finds that just little bit of space in between the field goal post and the top post. My goodness, what a moment. A beautiful strike, and the friendly neighborhood post comes in to make the save like Spider-Man to make sure it's still a 1-0 game. A beautiful strike from Alexis Maldonado, but all for none as it's still 1-0. Cardinals hanging around here. Maybe at this point just getting lucky, but still. And that's going to find its way on somebody's highlight reel and somebody's lowlights. What a play. Cardinals pressuring the Knights. Knights answering the pressure so far, getting that ball out of the danger zone. And now going defense to offense with some urgency. In towards the middle. Oh, the give and go! What a play! Oh, my goodness. Just how you practice it. Gives it up, gets it right back. 2 unanswered goals here in the first 45 by the Knights. And that is another one that's going to find its way on the highlight tape. "68 goals on the season for Coach Fiedler's squad, 2 of them here tonight. And they're now 3 goals away from their average of 5. An offensive machine this Knights team has been so many times this season. But, hey, can't forget about the defense because that 0 is up on the board. And that's mighty close to their average, too. Only 1 goal a game this team is giving up. Certainly, math was never my strong suit, but 5-1, you'll live with those numbers as a coaching staff. And if this Knights team can string a few more wins together, maybe some in a row, put themselves in a real good position as we head in towards the tournament. Spooky season is here, which means the end of the regular season just around the corner. Coach Fiedler's squad trying to make sure they got the regular season scaries out of the way. Get them done and out of the way because the postseason should be magical. It certainly could be. Cardinals looking for some late half magic here with the ball in their offensive zone. They had possession a moment ago. Now they're looking for a way to keep it in their offensive zone. So we have a little break in the action. I want to take this time to thank all of you at home for joining us on this Tuesday evening. What a beautiful day it was here around Baltimore, around campus. A beautiful day has turned to a beautiful evening. And we, the fans, here in the castle and at home, we deserve it because it's the battle of CCBCs. Oh, he smashed that O button. What a play. Oh, spin a Rooney around the defender, Tachi Nogami. setting up another offensive play for the Knights. "25 yards into the offensive zone. It's another freebie. We've seen a couple of tremendous strikes. Is the third time the charm. Oh, he teases us. And my goodness, that was a tremendous Matt Stover impression. Wearing number 3 and splitting the uprights. Touch the shoulders and point to the sky, young man. We were hoping that the third time was the charm for those free kicks for the Knights. Instead, well, honestly, the third time was, well, it wasn't too pretty. Knights can certainly afford to miss a few opportunities, though. Up 2 and really dominating time of possession and every other stat you want to bring up. The Knights are in control of this one. And showing signs of more. Wormburner finds its way through. Oh, it's hard to stop a missile, and that's exactly what that was. Sneaks it right past the post and through the body of the goalie, who now has to check himself for a hole. 3-0, a 3 unanswered run here in the first half for the Knights. And those 3 goals going on 4 shots on goal. So the numbers here for the Knights continue to be gravy. The wheels showing signs of maybe falling off here as a costly turnover in the defensive zone by the Cardinals gives the Knights the ball. And they're hot. Corner kick right here in front of us. First of the game for the Knights. Knights set up for the corner. Big strike to the far post. 3 white jerseys there, all of them getting up and showing their heads. Somebody got a piece of it but couldn't send it in towards the goal. Good strike, good location, good athleticism to get up. We'll work on that timing next time around. And that is what kind of day it has been. The pressure from the forwards and midfielders of this Knights team truly smothering. Cardinals still with possession, but nothing coming easy. Working the ball slowly up the line with the throw-in. Once again, the Knights first to the 50-50 balls. First to secure possession. Big strike. Look at the spin on that ball. It made it hard to control by the defender. Made it easy to reach its target for the Knights. Under 5 minutes to play now in the first half. Possession again won by the Knights in the middle, near the midfield. Triangle. Split the defense. Hoya turns on the Jets. Drops it off, and another spin move, and that was a clean tackle, he says. Oliveria did not feel so. Felipe was frustrated a moment ago, but as soon as the offense showed signs of life again. He was quick to get up on his feet and get to a goal-scoring area, as we see right there. Oh, my. Big strike. Number 7 there. But his angle cut off. And he probably would have had to been a superhero to get to it, as that one was a little high. Oh, good job to play that for control. No bouncing ball there. Couple of passes, one more. Oliveri there. Oh, what a job by him to play it for control. It came up and hit his hand, though, says the man on the sideline with the flag. So maybe it wasn't so great of a job. Flyover right above us. Hope everyone's okay. Could be our good friends at Martin's Airport. That's not too far from here. But if you've ever seen a helicopter flyover for some kind of medical evacuation type situation, it's always a scary situation. So when you hear something fly over you as close as that was to us here at the castle, always sends a little shiver down your spine. Or maybe that's just me because my girlfriend's a nurse. The action on the field is leaving one team in need of medical attention, or at least some spiritual attention. This Cardinals team is down and showing very few signs of life here through this first 45. But defensively, it could be much worse. Maybe that's their saving grace when they get into the halftime period. Maybe that's what they try and build on. Of course, all that good for very little if you cannot create opportunities to turn that defense into offense. Certainly Captain Obvious statement of the broadcast, but they've got to figure out a way to cut into the Knights' defense if they want to keep their comeback hopes alive. And they're going to need to do it quickly, because you certainly know this Knights offense is not going to slow down when we come back out for the second half. They've already put 3 on the board, and they've certainly had a few more chances to make it worse. They're looking for one more chance here. An even rush. And what a tackle! And it wasn't clean, says the ref. He certainly stopped his momentum, though. And that'll be a yellow card. And it is, man, if this isn't the best opportunity yet we've seen on the freebie, I don't know what could be better. Just outside the box, right dead center in the middle. You got to think they're going for goal on this one. And all the fans here at the castle have seen some spectacular plays already here in this first 45. And with 42 seconds left in the first half, they're looking for maybe just one more spectacular play. A 4-man wall set up for the Cardinals. 2 players over by the ball for the Knights, so maybe some trickery. No, one shot, one save, and the second effort is good. On the rebound, the Knights score number 4. And a good strike over the wall, really just fell out of the air once it got over the wall. Great effort by the goalie to get down and swat it away. But the second effort, too strong. And it has been that kind of day for this Knights team. If at first you don't succeed, try again. The battle of CCBC is going the Knights' way, and that is certainly what some of these fans expected when we came in. And I'm sure some of you at home, when we went over the numbers between these two teams coming into this game, were expecting probably the same. Some more numbers between these two teams. A record in terms of common opponents. 7-1-1 for the Knights. 3-5-1 for the Cardinals. The only common victory between the two teams, Potomac State and Carroll. And the common loss, the Harcum Bears. And the Knights were feeling confident coming into their matchup, and they have every reason to be confident after the first half. It is a 4-0 score in the Battle of CCBCs. What will be the score when the clock hits triple zeros for the final time today? Stick around with us and watch the second half if you want to find out. we are back. The second 45 just moments away from starting. And the Cardinals were taking every bit of that halftime period that they could take, trying to find a way, trying to find a reason to get fired up here. And there's about 4 reasons on the big board to get fired up. And those 4 reasons are the 4 goals that find the Knights up big here at the start of the second half. And my goodness, maybe the Cardinals found a little bit of magic here at the start of the second. Quick little breakaway opportunity. Knights are able to slow it down and get into position. But maybe, maybe there's some hope here for the Cardinals. And as quickly as the offensive opportunity presented itself, it disappeared. Knights were quick to get back into position. Cardinals had a nice little effort play to keep the hopes alive offensively there. But the Knights' defense too strong here. And that continues. But a little bit too much of the rough stuff, says the referee. Little wraparound. And the freebie for the Cardinals is going to come about 15 yards into their offensive zone, so they can push some guys up. Really good strike on this ball, maybe. Find themselves in a good bouncing ball situation. In this hot start offensively, exactly what the Cardinals needed to keep their hopes alive. That is a beautiful strike up the elevator chute on the first head ball and then out of the danger zone. And an absolute laser right in towards the goal-scoring area. In this first 3 minutes, it's going the Cardinals' way, and it's exciting. Nothing to show for it just yet. But man, oh man, the halftime speech must have been a good one. Fight for the ball at the midfield. Cardinals steal it away, but the Knights steal it right back. A beautiful fight defensively between the two teams. And the misplay off the foot of the goalie will keep possession on this side with the Knights. And that's a handball. Shacked in a full moment. You could hear the cries of, "What are you doing?" from Coach Fiedler all the way up here in the broadcast booth. Coach Fiedler not happy with what he's seen from his squad here in the first 3 minutes. 2 rushes in towards the offensive zone. No shots on goal yet for the Cardinals still, but 2 rushes into the offensive zone and some more fight defensively that we were not seeing at times in the first half. Is it a little too late, though, with those 4 big goals already put on the board? Remember, the fans at home, those 4 goals by the Knights, 3 of them scored in the last 15, 20 minutes of the half. They spent most of that first half playing to a 1-0 game. Cardinals really hanging around, but the wheels fell off the bus in the late stages of the first half. And the sand was buried on the Cardinals early. Trying to dig themselves out here in the second half, though. What a beautiful strike. And he could not keep that in play, says the sideline judge. Oh, nice move. Got around one, but could not get around the second. Stonewall effort defensively from Yatur Kiawa. wearing number 33 and looking like a young Scottie Pippen on that stand. Knights offense trying to come alive here. Oh, what a pass! He split the defense! Oh, he snaked it around the defender but lost it at the last second. Oh, my. If style points counted for anything, the Knights had something building there. And it may have been a game breaker. A beautiful pass splitting two defenders and then the snake move to start the move towards the goal. Oh, my. Everyone was ready to get up out of their seats. Cardinals trying to clear, trying to catch their breath, trying to get back on the offensive train that was keeping their comeback hopes alive. Hidesi has it taken away from him. Cardinals. Defense to offense with some urgency, but the whistle blows it dead. Should keep possession with the Cardinals, and indeed it does. Big group substitution going to be checking into the game for the Knights sooner than later as we look over onto the far sideline. A whole mess of white jerseys warming up over there. Good backspin on that ball, keeping the hopes alive that they were going to get a bouncing ball opportunity. Knights were the first ones to it, though. Quickly passing the ball through the defense, but just too far out in front of that last target. It'll be a throw-in for the Cardinals. Far sideline, deep in their defensive zone, so this is a tough task for them. Clear it out of their zone. And there it is. They shoot a toe off, turn it over in the zone. Can the Knights take advantage? Oh, great centering pass! And Hidesi could not get it, and the Cardinals fumbled it for a moment, but just a moment. Knights keeping the moment alive, though, keeping the ball in their offensive zone. Still hunting for goals, but it may be rabbit season. Cardinals take over on the throw-in, but again, they shoot a toe off. Again, a turnover in the defensive zone. And again, an opportunity for this Knights team to go hunting for goals. Up 4 and in control, but hungry. And you could see they were hungry. They were a little weak on that entry pass. Our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square keeping the fans and workers fed here at the Castle. Another reason why you got to come check out a game here at the Castle this season. Great action on the turf, chicky sandwiches in the stands. And if you can't come check out a game at the Castle on the turf, come check out a game on the hardwood. Women's basketball right around the corner. It's going to be another, nice spin move around the defender. And my goodness, a 50-50 ball. Throw in on the far sideline. And a centering pass gives Colton Bagnell Drought his first action of the day. Thank you. Thank you again to our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square. Keeping us fed here, and the Knights trying to keep the offense fed, as that was a big strike in towards the offensive zone. And it touches the back of the net, but not the one they were aiming for. Instead, it's the net behind the net, and it's a missed opportunity for the Knights. This defensive effort for the Cardinals that we've seen in this first 10 minutes of the second half, stronger than we saw in the first half, but also the Knights seem to be a little less aggressive, understanding where they sit. The Cardinals are the team that have to match the Knights' pace, and they've been unable to do that so far. And right now, the Knights, as I look down at my score sheet here, the Knights team coming very close to possibly matching a record that the women's team has that I think is mighty impressive, and that is a record of 6 shutouts on the season. The women's soccer program here at CCBC Essex, 6 shutouts on the year. The Knights, 5 shutouts coming into this one, currently in the middle of pitching their 6th. As we see Hernandez currently in the middle of something spectacular, but he had it cut out from underneath of him as he was cut in half by the defender. He made a couple of nice moves as he entered and gained the offensive zone for his team with some style. Almost went coast to coast, so to speak. Cardinals able to make the stop initially. They'll look for another stop here as the Knights quickly right back into the offensive zone. Turnover at the midfield. Cardinals hoping for a prayer as they send that ball into the offensive zone, thinking that somebody will chase it down. No one there. Does buy him a little bit of time, though. Forces the Knights to have to go the length of the field. And that was a trip up from the Knights. What a tackle! Tremendous timing on the slide tackle from Tom Schroeder. Possession still here with the Cardinals. Cardinals running out of real estate, having to go backwards, and now losing the biscuit. Knights switching fields. Whole lot of green in front of them. Looking to turn the corner. And it was taken away from them at the last second. Still possession with them. Throw in deep in their offensive zone. Loading up the big gun. Deflection. Hernandez will take the gift. Set it up for a teammate. What a pass! We got to check that ball for a magnet. Right off the head of Hidesi. And that is the first goal of the second half, 5th of the contest for Coach Fiedler's squad. 5 goals on 7 shots. And the numbers continue to point to a dominating performance from the Knights. Ball up the elevator chute after the deflection. And that that last goal from the Knights comes as we enter the 30-minute mark of the second half. 15 minutes. That's how long it took for the Knights to find the back of the net in the second 45. But they found it, and they are now sitting at their average on the season of 5 goals. And still pitching their 6th shutout on the season. Another one of the impressive numbers for this Knights team this season, 7-0-1 in the conference. When it matters most, this Knights team stepping up to the challenges in front of them. 4-1-1 this Knights team is at the friendly confines of the Castle, and they certainly have been friendly. This Knights team has only one more home game this season. It is on Tuesday the 15th against Howard at 7 o'clock. That'll be sophomore day. And then it is on to the Region 20 tournament. And then who knows after that? This team certainly feels confident that they'll be punching a return trip to the national tournament, but they'll have some work to do. They do not just hand out those tickets. They'll have to earn them, and no one knows that better than Coach Fiedler, as he's seen a whole bunch of groups of men earn tickets to the national tournament. He's been the leader of this squad for a long time, and he has led them to the promised land, so to speak, more than a few times. And he's watching the boys lead the way, maybe, to a return trip to the national tournament. That game against Howard, the sophomore night, on the 15th. You're not going to want to miss that one. That should be a very fun contest. Always exciting when the Dragons of Howard Community College come into town and go one-on-one with the Knights. Just feels good. Feels right. Dragons and Knights. Maybe that's just the nerd in me. Region 20 action scheduled to start on the 24th of this month. So the first test is right around the corner. Along with that game against Howard, the Knights have 2 road games. And that game against the Dragons sandwiched in between those 2 road games. So 3 more regular season games for Coach Fiedler's squad. And then it's postseason action as we see a beautiful shot sneak past the inside post. And we have seen that a few times. The Knights really like that corner. They feel the goalie is vulnerable there, and they have shown that to be the case. That is the 3rd time the Knights have got in towards the middle of the box and ripped one to that bottom corner. So 6 unanswered goals from this Knights team to start this contest. 4 of them in the first half, 2 here in the second. And about halfway through the second half, the scoring has slowed down a little bit, but the game certainly in control and looking all Knights. Cardinals with a centering pass up the near sideline. They've got numbers and real estate. Or excuse me, scratch the numbers part. They got real estate in the biscuit. But quickly they both disappeared. Little knee knock between the two teams and a whistle later. And it has really been that kind of day for this Cardinals team as he places the ball right next to the player down on the ground. In an act of defiance and frustration, I'm sure. It has been a tough afternoon for this Cardinals team. They got down early, showed a couple of signs of life in the first half, and then a brief sign of life at the start of the second half, but it has been all nights outside of those few glimpses of hope. Now the only hope for the Cardinals is to break up the shutout. Knights trying to turn the corner. And there's a missed touch, one of the few that we've seen. One of the few we've seen from this Knights offense. Cardinals moving it into their offensive zone. Trying to turn the corner, but no chance whatsoever, as Iwasaki was right there. And it looked like when that ball was headed in towards the sideline for the Cardinals, they were going to have a chance to gather it and turn the corner, but quickly that number 16 jersey erased any hopes of that. Smothering defensive effort continues for this Knights team. The battle of CCBCs continues here. The fans really packed the stands here at the Castle today for this matchup between the two teams. Always a lot of excitement when these two schools match up, no matter what the sport is. Always appreciate the fans coming to the Castle here, no matter if it's on the turf or inside on the hardwood. The players make it exciting. Fans make it special. Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square makes it delicious. Cardinals with the freebie in their offensive zone, and once again, really just a perfect screenshot of what kind of day it's been. They get a great opportunity, and they put it right in towards the middle, but nothing but white jerseys there. We'll have another chance with a freebie. This one from an even better spot, but this side of the field, when it comes to free kicks, was cursed in the first half. How many chances did the Knights have on freebies? And how many times were they sent away for one reason or another? Cardinals looking for the magic. They found a way to get it through the wall, but not through the keeper. The Knights did have their struggles with the freebie in the first half, like I said, but they did eventually get one to get over and through. Knights have gotten a couple to get over and through, and they've done it a couple of different ways. 6 goals already here in the contest, and with 21 minutes, you know they're going to get at least 1 or 2 more chances. Cardinals are hoping they'll get at least one. And the Knights with a big clear. And the Cardinals could not get it any closer, as that one was right on the end line. Nothing happening, though. And the nightmare evening for this Cardinals team, it continues. As quickly the Knights into their offensive zone, trying to turn the corner, but the Cardinals there just in the nick of time. Be a corner kick for the Knights. We have seen some quality strikes on set pieces from the Knights today. Do they have another one? Ball's in the air. That is a hard strike. And they got a piece of the body on it, but not enough, as it is sent into the side of the net, as we now officially hit 20 minutes left to play. And the tale in this second half, much like it was in the first half, a dominating performance by the Knights. Perfect time for Coach Fiedler's squad to put together maybe a perfect performance. If they can hold on and not only secure the victory, but secure the shutout victory, it'll be their 10th victory on the season, 6th by way of the shutout, and it'll come with just 3 games left on the season. The close of the regular season just weeks away. The Region 20 tournament also just weeks away. The end of the line potentially for this team. They're hoping it's not just weeks away. Whistle blows it dead. And the hopes at the start of every season for this team is always win the conference, win the region, and get on the plane and head back to the national tournament. The Knights, it always starts with a strong regular season performance, and they are right smack dab towards the end of another strong regular season performance. 4-1-1 at home this season, 5-2 on the road, and 7-0-1 in the conference. When it matters most, Coach Fiedler's squad has answered the challenges in front of them, set themselves up to probably be one of the top seeds in the Region 20 tournament when we get there. But right now, they're shutting the door on the offensive chances. What a through ball by the Cardinals. It found its way all the way through into a goal-scoring area. And their second shot on goal of the day was their closest. Oh, splits the wickets. One more pass, a race towards the ball, and the goalie wins it by half a second. Knights watch the Cardinals put one on, or get close to putting one on. And that looks to have reinvigorated them just a little bit. Knights switch fields. And that was not where he wanted to place that one, I'm sure. But again, the Knights, they can afford to miss a few. Up 6-0 in this one, and numbers. And they just get more and more dominating the more you dive into them. 6-0 on the big board, and those 6 shots, or those 6 goals, coming on 8 shots on goal. And, of course, the 0 on the other end, and only 2 shots on goal for the Cardinals. This Knights team getting it done on both sides of the field and in spectacular fashion. And the fireworks offensively and the bludgeoning defensively. "15 minutes left in the contest now. Cardinals trying to turn and run, but the Knights defense right there, pushing it a little bit further into their offensive zone. But that only made the rush out of the offensive zone that much quicker for the Cardinals. They were quickly up and out of their defensive zone, hoping for one more opportunity at goal scoring. Those chances few and far between, and all in the second half. It was nothing but zeros on the big board when we started the second 45. Well, maybe not nothing but zeros. They did have a corner kick in the first half. That offensive opportunity short-lived for the Cardinals. They quickly turn it over after the throw-in on the far sideline. I want to thank you guys at home one more time for joining us on this Tuesday evening for the Battle of CCBCs. I want to thank you for joining us all season long. I know you've been with us every step of the way. Weekends and late nights, cheering on the Knights. It has been a great season of soccer so far here at CCBC Essex for the men and the women. Everything I've said for this men's team, it applies for the women as well. Handling the business in the regular season, setting themselves up for a potential great run in the Region 20 tournament. And then, of course, a return trip to the national tournament where anything is possible. If you don't believe me, just ask Coach Cini for the women's basketball team. He knows. He's brought home the hardwood one time before for the Knights. National champions 2 years ago, looking for a return trip to the Final Four when the hardwood, or when the action returns to the hardwoods, But of course, still some action to be had on the turf, some business to be settled on the turf. With the big question still on everybody's mind, like it has been all season long. When is this season going to come to an end? Where is this season going to come to an end? How far will these teams be able to take it? The fans here at CCBC Essex, when it comes to soccer action, they've gotten spoiled. They've gotten used to excellence. trips to the national tournament. That's the norm around here when it comes to soccer action. And these two teams may be living up to the norm. Living up to the hype, so to speak. Knights in towards the box. Good strike. Had a player there ready to get ahead on it. Nice move by the Knights. Or the Cardinals, I should say. Sorry. Used to it going the other way. The Cardinals with the nice move right there at the midfield to get around one defender and get that ball into their offensive zone. The opportunities to flash the individual skill in terms of ball handling has been few and far between for this Cardinals team. Most of the time, the defense for the Knights has stepped up. Not giving the Cardinals any chance to show any kind of skill. And when they have had that chance, it's been on the quick passing display because they've had to get that ball off their foot as quickly as possible, as we see right there. Cardinals having to go quick. The game too quick right now. And it's too quick for both teams as the Cardinals lost it at the midfield, only to watch the Knights lose it on the other end. The action has certainly slowed down here after the Knights put the 6th goal on the board. Turnover by the Knights. Cardinals take it into their offensive zone. Too many white jerseys around trying to go one-on-one, and that was a nice move from the Knights player, Hasawaga. A nice display of athleticism and timing to get that big leg out and save it from going out of bounds. His timing was off once they got on the offensive rush, though. Toa Hasawaga offsides by just a hair. Knights win the 50-50 ball, trying to pass it into the box, and a deflection on the shot attempt sends it the other way. And that through ball won't find its way through on the first effort. Second effort a little better, but what a recovery defensively. Turning on the Jets. He was out of position for a moment, but only a moment. Knights again still staying strong defensively, not allowing the Cardinals any looks at the goal. And they are everywhere all at once defensively. Everywhere you look on the field, there's a white jersey. Most places, a couple. Oh, a win offensively in a tough area. But the Cardinals are able to take it right back. Though, of course, that ball, it's been a boomerang all evening long for the offensive zone of the Knights. right now, no different. As we approach the final 6 minutes of play here, the Knights still searching for more scoring. The goalie, well, the part of the goalie was played by the referee that time as it plays off of him. He gives possession right back to the Knights. As the Region 20 tournament approaches, one of the things that plays a factor when it comes to seeding potentially is goal differential. So these games like this, when you can pepper the goal for a couple extra ones, could certainly play in your favor. And the Knights have had more than a few games like that this season. 7-1 victory over Carroll, 8-2 victory, over Cecil. 7-0 victory over Potomac State. 66 goals by this Knights team coming into this contest. Now 72 on the year by them. A true offensive juggernaut. And, of course, you can't forget 5 minutes away from their 6th 0. Their 6th clean sheet, potentially, just 5 minutes away from them. Colton Bagnall-Drought, number 44, the goalkeeper for this Knights team. On a lot of those shutouts, he hasn't been tested much. The job has been done in front of him by the defense, but hey, as a goalie, you'll take that. They all count the same once they're on the record sheet. And now the Knights, 4 minutes away from making this a part of their permanent record. Oh, that was some trickery. If style points counted for anything, it would have gotten a little bit closer to the game breaker. And the referee is going to say nay on that. Got to move it back a little bit. Knights will try and make sure they don't get caught out of position once again. And they certainly won't on that one. Missed touch. And instead, it's going the other way. Into the offensive zone for the Knights. And can they keep it there? They cannot on the slide tackle. Defense to offense for the Cardinals. Trying to make it urgent. Had the right idea trying to switch fields there. Catching the defense out of position for a moment, but could not get the strike they needed. Two teams running out of time here. And at this point, happy to watch the clock hit triple zeros, but of course, happy for two very different reasons. The Knights happy to get their 10th victory on the season. The Cardinals, they're happy to just get this one over with and head back to Catonsville on a long bus ride home. A tough matchup for them. We knew it was going to be a tough matchup for them, given the numbers on the season. But still, as always, as there always is, a lot of hype for this one in the Battle of CCBCs. But it looks like another victory going to the side of the Knights. 10 victories on the season for Coach Fiedler's squad. 3 more regular season games for them. One more time here at the Castle. You can catch them live here at the Castle one more time this season for a regular season contest. Not sure what the situation is in terms of who is hosting the Region 20 tournament this year. That could be here at the Castle. I'm just not sure. But the last time you can catch this team during the regular season, October 15th, against Howard, it's going to be sophomore day. You're going to want to see that one. It should be a really fun contest between the Howard Community College Dragons and your CCBC Essex Knights. That is the last regular season home game of the season, the 15th at 7 o'clock. And there are 2 away games with that game against the Dragons sandwiched in between those 2 road games. 10 victories on the year for the Knights after this one finally hits triple zeros. How many victories will they end the regular season with? How much momentum will they be carrying into the Region 20 tournament? And can they carry that momentum through the Region 20 tournament and into the national tournament? This Knights team has answered a lot of questions throughout this regular season, but still the most important questions sit in front of them. 42 seconds left here in this game. We're going to take a quick break as the trainer is out onto the field, and we will be back with the final seconds in just one moment. Back here for the final 30 seconds. Cardinals trying to turn the turbo jets on here in this final seconds, but the Knights right there still with some gas in the tank. Cardinals looking for a buzzer beater. They got to go quickly if they want to find it, though. One last strike. And it does find the back of the net. Will that count? Oh, my. I'm not sure if it will or not. The horn had sounded before the ball hit the back of the net. I'm not sure how exactly soccer works that in terms of does it count right when the horn ends or not. What we know for sure, though, is the Knights are going to be walking away with the victory here in this one. And the final score, well, it looks like it's going to be 6-0. The Knights, 10 victories on the season and a win in the battle of CCBCs once again. I hope you can join us on the 15th for our next men's soccer contest. If you can't, well, join us for Region 20 action when it comes here on October 24th. The Knights will be there. We hope to see you there as well. Aaron Thomas for the final time today, saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night.